Hello everyone, I'm back live on Facebook after a long while of not going live, so I'll wait for a bunch of you to join in. I've got a major announcement to make today and I'm extremely excited about it. Wow, extreme excitement, that's a t-shirt there, extreme excitement. One of the side projects we're doing at UX Coach is making t-shirts with two-word exciting sort of statements, and extreme excitement might be one of those. They're designed to inspire and help you sort of raise your consciousness. Kind of a side project, but kind of also very important. So I'll wait for a couple of people to jump in. If we've got 3 people at the moment, that's good, that's good, that's good. Extreme excitement, Enthusiasm, another word that I'm really enthused about. Enthusiasm. Look, we can show so much enthusiasm about life, and we often don't. And it's really kind of lame not to do that, because we have so much blessings in our lives that, you know, just the ability to breathe is marvelous. Just a side note on consciousness and everything. So look, the big announcement today, this has been like in the making for such a long time, and I want to tell you guys all about it. What is it? What is the big announcement? The big announcement, as the title says, is the UX Design Mastery 8-week part-time online academy course, which is just fresh out of the UX Coach course bakery, let's say. I'm going to be delivering it. I used to do this for other places as a job, and I've always wondered, why don't I just deliver UX design course through my own company? And it's finally happening now. It's a big thing for me personally. It's a big thing for UX Coach, because we're finally rolling out a formally promoted course, in this case in UX design. There is another one that we're rolling out that's more of a business development and growth related. But today I'm specifically talking about UX Design Mastery 8-week part-time online academy. So what is it? Who is it for? This course is perfect for graphics designers or junior UX people, or people who are generally interested in UX coach, right? Or product managers, or startup founders, or even software developers, or just generally people who just want to design their own user experiences for websites, for apps, for any sort of digital or even non-digital thing that's interactive. Nowadays, chance is that if you are starting a business of any kind, it's going to have a huge element of digital to it. That digital requires UX design to even just survive, let alone thrive. Yesterday I was at Mass Challenge and I was speaking to one of the startup founders there, and he said to me, you know, Jason, like UX design is pretty good nowadays, like in many places and many apps. And I said, yeah, and for your startup to stand out, you need to do something exceptional to really stand out in the marketplace. And so the course is going to start on 1st of May. We're taking sign-ups already right now. It's live. There is a page on uxcoach.me which outlines the entire sort of course synopsis. I'll go a little bit through the syllabus. The syllabus is, it's 8-week program, and it's focused around user-centered design, UCD, which is an ISO standard from which UX design is derived. And user-centered design falls into 4 sections of 4 stages. The first stage is saturation, where us as define users. This is the first kind of section of the course. Us as designers become saturated in information, data, research, insights, observations about users. So in the first week, we're looking at defining users as the core focus. In the week 2, we're looking at define designers. So in the week 2, we're looking at identifying users' needs, core needs, wants, aspirations, pain points, all these kind of things. User-centered design is centered towards users. That's why the name is such. It's all about the users who are using your product. Right now, if you're watching this live stream on demand or live, you are a user of this live stream. It's free for you. So first week, define users. Second week, identify their needs and aspirations and pain points. That's the saturation process, where you really saturate yourself in all this information about who the users are, what their context is, all this kind of stuff. You kind of get to a sort of a point where you're like, oh my god, there's so much to think through, there's so many things that people have told me, all that kind of stuff. This is the kind of mindset that you will be in, and the kind of state of mind that you will be in at that point. So from that saturation, once you kind of digest through all that information, you go into incubation process, which is about incubating some of these ideas, defining scenarios, going, okay, we had this information, we define some of the scenarios, we ideate and sketch for what the solutions might be. We explore the realm of possibilities, we look at these kind of things. This is incubation process, where you're starting to form an idea and shape and mold it and really get into design of things. The third stage is illumination. So now you're really starting to have this aha moments, where you're going from this kind of like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing, to kind of like, okay, this is now starting to take shape. You're starting to wireframe and prototype solutions which have valid form that somebody can click through and interact with and test against and so on. And that leads us to verification, which is, okay, we've made something, let's verify and research and assess further as to whether this is working, how much is it working, is it really delighting users, because user experience design is about experiences which are emotional, and experiences the product, and this is the ultimate goal of user experience design, is to design delightful experiences that create viral, repeatable, usable products and services. So this course I wanted to deliver for such a long time. I used to teach at an organization that many of you might have come across. I'm not going to name the name, but I was the highest net promoter score, NPS rated instructor in that organization. They asked me, Jason, how did you get the highest net promoter score? Like, what did you tell these users? What did you tell these students? Because they would instruct me and say, hey, we've got a trick on how to get a higher net promoter score. I was like, what's the trick? Like, tell me, please. Like, and enlighten me, illuminate me. And they'd say, like, if you tell them that you will buy them a beer after the session, they will rate you higher, right? And it's like, I don't want to tell anyone that I'll buy them a beer to rate me higher. I'm just going to ask them specifically to tell me exactly and rate me exactly on the value that they got out of my lectures and my sessions. And that's exactly what I asked everyone every time. And they gave me the highest scores. Why? Because they injected so much value into their investment, okay? Some of the people that I've personally mentored and coached are now working at companies like AKQA, Canonical, Amazon, Google, eBay, and so on. So the whole idea behind this course is not just to teach you UX design. The idea is to move you from a job that pays X amount to a job that pays X amount plus 10, 20, 25, 30k a year more than what you're getting at the moment. So real results, real returns on investment, and real knowledge, real realizations, realizations. Use your real eyes to see the true value from this course. And UX design, I personally used UX design framework to design interior of my house. I used it to design even layouts of big offices and so on. So UX design isn't just applicable to digital products. The whole concept and this flow that I outlined a little bit, which we'll go much more in depth with and very practical in the course, it's applicable across the realm of any kind of products and services. So in this course, you are going to get coached by myself, this guy here, this guy, and it's going to be intense. It's going to be intense. It's 2 days a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, and really it's from 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. and Mondays are about mindset. So it's mindset Mondays. You set the mind up, really understand and overstand the principles and techniques to deploy. And on Wednesday, we do working Wednesdays. So mindset Mondays, set the mind up. Wednesday, work with the stuff that we've set up in the mind. Okay, so that's how every week is orchestrated. So when we're defining users, on Mondays we will be talking about what goes into that. On Wednesdays, we will be using that mindset of defining users to define the users. Okay, and in between the days, you might be required to do some research work in the field. Go out there, speak to people. Hey, speak to people. That old chestnut, and really get into the empathy with users and observations and so on. And so this is really about true progress in your life. Many of us are stuck in our minds, kind of just there, kind of, oh man, I want to move from this or that, or I don't really know how this works, etc. In this course, you're going to create unbelievable results, unbelievable being quite a key, because you won't believe how you will look by sort of 1st of July this year if you take and when you take this course, because a lot of things will suddenly make sense. A lot of the kind of unsolvable problems, or really what seems like a complex thing, will suddenly become a delightful thing for you to look at and really work on, whether it's for a sort of pet project of yours that you want to kind of just explore, or whether it's actual real world professional commercial project, or even some sort of charitable thing that you might want to work on and add value to. So I myself, just a little bit about myself, I've worked across a range of startups from 1-2 people, early stages, startups that have ended up raising $1 million after building the first prototype that I helped them conceptualize, from startups like that to smash hits like Rolly that are sold in Apple stores worldwide. It's a music making ecosystem, hardware, software, and cloud services. An incredible thing. You should check it out. I've also worked in major corporations designing experiences for HSBC, Lloyd's, American Express Innovation Labs, and increasingly, I talk about creating unicorns, making unicorns. So a company like BrightTalk is now well on the way towards becoming a unicorn. So is Rolly, and so designing businesses is also possible with UX design and user-centered design, and then applying these principles. And so my instructions and my coaching to you come off the back of real-world experience, real-world results, real-world capabilities, real-world stories that we can correlate to. And so the course is also then geared towards the real world, okay, to move you from where you are usually. And a design is about moving from current state to an intended state. The idea here is to move you from your current state that's usually, I was like getting to like, where am I here? From a current state that usually isn't somewhere where you want to be. If you're on 25, 30k a year job, you want to probably be on 50, 60k, okay? The idea here is to move you there within 8 weeks, 12 weeks maximum, okay? 30k, 50k, 25k, 40k, 30k, 60k, depends on how much you put effort into this, but I will drive you towards making sure that you get from here to here within 3 months. So the course is designed for the real world, based on real world experiences and results, and also to move you from your current state to the intended state that you might need to define for yourself at the very beginning as to where you want to be. So we will give you support post the course and throughout the course, both in terms of learning as well as that career development and progression support. So this is not just a course where you will learn, it's a course that will give you real world results to move you into the intended situation career-wise. You need to be in a better job, starting to set up your business, or if your business is already in process, it needs to be designing better products and services and so on. So that's what it's about. It's going to be fun. It's going to be an emotional experience. That's another t-shirt, emotional experience. Man, I dislike I dislike work. I dislike struggling through. I dislike things like, oh man, you have to listen to some boring old guy. I dislike that. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. This is going to be quite rapid, maybe fast-paced. There's delivery materials that you'll be able to use forever as takeaways, as kind of references for future. But during the course, it's going to be very interactive, very hands-on. I'm going to ask you to do a lot of things, even on the Mindful Mondays, Mindset Mondays. On Working Wednesdays, it will be intense. And very rapid turnaround. It's, your brain will get fried. And that's where you get real progress, right? You will be going to bed like, oh, I want to sleep, because your brain will be fried. That's the whole point. That's how you get progress. Unless you're feeling that feeling of tiredness, you're not making that progress. But the whole thing is going to be fun. And at the end of the course, you will have a tangible deliverable that you will be able to use yourself, that you'll be able to present to other people. Look, this is a thing that I've designed from inception to the delivery, and it's showing results. Whether that's your portfolio or a project that you're working on at work, or a project that you wanted to work on but never had that kind of kick up the backside from somebody, I'll definitely give you that kick up the backside, and so on. So We will also, at the end of the course, be providing a reference for you for real world industry. So that is always useful and practical, tangible thing to have in your bag at the end of the day. So reference will help propel your career from the current state to the intended state. Okay, I forgot that hands thing. So yeah, and going forward, you might even be able to qualify to become a coach for UX Coach itself, and work with us on coaching our corporate clients, which we're working with as well. So we coach in design thinking and UX design and storytelling and all these powerful and fun and progressive things that many companies don't deploy enough of, and many other companies are realizing that without it and more of it, they cannot survive in the marketplace. The most beautiful thing about UX design is that it's a continuously growing and evolving and interesting area. Just as we design something beautiful and working viral, the next challenge is design something better than that. And we're constantly having to push ourselves to come up with new things, whether it's in VR, in Internet of Things, in responsive websites, apps, etc., etc. So UX Design Mastery 8-week part-time online academy. I will post a link to UX Coach. If you go to uxcoach.me, you can browse down. There is a link to UX Design Mastery 8-week part-time online academy. It's an investment, okay? There is a price there to pay. It's an investment. It's £3,500, but we project it to lead towards a return on investment, where somebody on a salary of, let's say, 30,000 could easily end up on a salary of around 50,000 a year within those 3 months of going through the course. So the best way to invest, the best thing to invest into is yourself. And this, I guarantee you, is going to be one of the best investments that you have ever made in your life, if not ever. And that's my promise to you personally, both as myself, Jason Grant, and from UX Coach. This course is what the industry needs. UX design course is going to be the most comprehensive UX design course following the user-centered design framework. So this is what I always wanted to deliver. This is the course that I would want to attend. And I've got the highest standards out of anyone. I mean, trust me, you will not get appreciation or kind of thumbs up from me unless you're really doing extremely good work and can describe and explain for yourself why you've made the decisions that you've made, And the reason why I'm like this is because, I know that you have very high potential. And unless you're realizing that potential, I'm not going to say to you, yeah, you're good. No, you're not good. When you're realizing your potential, then you're good. And I'll make sure that you're realizing that potential. And this is why this course is not a teaching course, it's a coaching course. We'll pull out of you your superpowers and we will make you realize them, and put them into practice over and over, so that after that 8 weeks, you are really in top-notch shape to get a better job, move your business forward, and we will recommend you into the industry, into our contacts and network. So this is the investment that you want to make in 2017. Right now is a good time. The course is open for subscriptions, for sign-ups. Please get in touch. Post a comment in this live stream. I'm also going to post a link to the web page where the course is, and fill in from the web page. There is an apply now button. Please fill in that form, and then we'll have a conversation and make sure that you're the right person to join this, and that you can really go through, because we want to make sure that you go through it with your full force, full power, full potential, and to recommend you. We want you to have that tangible, real world result, so that we can tell the world about your success and continue to promote you, and also for you to promote us for future courses that we'll run and so on. So this is just common sense, good business practice, okay? And we're creating a company that I'm certainly proud of, and it's taking shape all the time. This is a unique opportunity to join something that I am so enthusiastic about and extremely excited. So I'm looking forward to coaching you, UX Design Mastery, 8-week part-time online academy. Join now. Thank you so much.